So, Bhaiya, now we will talk about the internships, remote internships. So, as you had worked with the many of the startups and many of the remote internships, so can you provide one of the roadmap, or how can we approach any of our remote internships?
Yeah, so basically, finding a remote internship or a remote job, you have to consider a few things. Like mostly these jobs are given by the companies who are either early stage startups or they are like mid stage startups. Considering you are in your college, because they don't really there is a less chance that you would be hired as a full time developer in college. Post college, there is like high chances. So first of all, let's see how you can find these opportunities. First of all, get all the job hunting platforms that you have, be it well found, be it तुम्हारा LinkedIn, तुम्हारा Discord communities हो जाए तुम्हारे like 100x की Discord community हो गई. There are a lot more Discord communities also. There are Web3 Discord communities, and there are a lot of WhatsApp groups and Twitter groups, Telegram channels. Like be present in all of these. Lead basically, if there are any leads, you will get to know that hiring is happening, this company is hiring or something. So when you approach applying, like I used mostly Wellfound. Wellfound is a very nice platform for remote jobs. Basically, you there are a lot of listings. You can search by skills and you can just apply. When you are applying, right, you just look into the company, go to their LinkedIn page, connect with their employees. Now again, apply by a DM. Do a cold DM to the founder, to like some hiring manager or some engineer. Like, hey, I'm this. Prepare a very nice cold DM that shows that you what you are, what you do, and some proof of work attached. Like your portfolio website could be the proof of work, your past internships, your resume ka Google Drive link, because adding a Google Drive resume link is very important because nobody has the time to open the PDF and it's easier to share and everything. But make sure your resume is accessible. It should be open for everyone to see. Otherwise, a lot of
Yeah,
people, like when they send these cold DMs, they keep their resume private and फिर link नहीं खोलते and people don't get accepted. Like this is a very luck based thing that you apply to a lot of things. You let's say you do 100 applies today, and then you keep doing that every day. You might receive like 5% का तो acceptance rate होगा. Let's say 5% of the people like turn back. There might be an assignment or there might be an interview of sort. Just do follow that. Once you do that, you get either you have a few rounds of interview or you directly get hired in the same project or like in a different project, whatever. Like small startups generally they focus more on your on the ground skills. Like they want to test कि तुम्हें काम आता भी है या नहीं, or you are just bluffing that you know work. They want to check if you're curious enough to learn new things and do the job, and they are also checking that if you're good enough already to like ship something end to end. So having the skills is the baseline. Everyone has to have skills to like apply to these things. But you can also learn a lot of things on the go. But एक basic set of skill set होना चाहिए कि web development हो गया, AIML हो गया, या फिर Android development हो गया. Something which is a basic set of skill set कि ये तो आता है type का. Then what you should do is you should be active on Twitter. Like Twitter is a very good platform. You can find a lot of Twitter spaces. You can find a lot of people to follow, a lot of insights, a lot of startup founders tweet there. You can like be in their connection. Like there is a startup called as दुकान तो पूरा ट्विटर से हायर करती है, ऐसा लगता है. They hire a lot of interns from Twitter itself. They post an assignment, जो अच्छे से करता है, they get the job. Like sometimes this stuff also happens. Then there are hackathons. How do you use hackathons effectively? Hackathon में जा रहे हो, you are not just there to win it or win a track prize. In a hackathon, like let's say you go to ETH India, or let's say you go to CoinDCX Unfold, or even if you go to a conference like India Blockchain Week हो गया, फिर many tech conferences होते हैं पूरे टाइम पे, like community meetups होती है ये वो. A lot of people attend there who are either working somewhere, who are already interning, and sometimes what happens is that a lot of companies are also visiting there. Like you will find a lot of founders and all. You can just talk to them like, hey, I'm this is my proof of work. Do you have any openings? Do you have anything that I can contribute to or something like that? Like try to build as many good connections you can. Follow up with people. Like once you get into a small startup or once you get into a small internship, right? That once you even leave that, it can give you compounding returns just because you had good connections with people. Your communication skills matter a lot here. Like if you are able to like make people comfortable and make them understand your perspective and understand their mottos and perspective as well, you would be able to provide actual business value to them. Like this is how you generate freelance leads without ever going to platforms like Upwork or anything. Like for example, the first company that I interned in, The guy who was the founder was my college senior. I worked on 3 to 4 different freelance projects with him later down the line. But how did I get this? Because I had good connection with the guy. I just, gave him contextual proof of work. When you work with someone, you have this thing called as contextual proof of work. They know how well you perform, they know how fast you deliver, they know what kind of code you write. So they have a sort of trust on you that if I give this guy 2 hours, or if I give this guy 1 week to do this project, they'll be able to ship it. So you have to build that contextual proof of work around these key individuals, be it founders, be it other engineers in general. Like if someone has a gig, they'll approach you from the सामने से ही आएंगे तुमको approaches. You don't even have to look for them. Your core goal should be to learn as much as you can and इंटरव्यू प्रेप करना एंड बिल्डिंग योरसेल्फ. दैट इज द मेन गोल. इफ यू गेट इनटू फ्रीलांसिंग तो वहां तो स्किल तो बढ़ेगा ही, वो तो है ही, तुमको काम मिलेगा तो स्किल बढ़ेगा ही. बट देयर आर लॉट ऑफ मोर थिंग्स दैट यू हैव टू हैंडल. यू हैव टू रीच आउट टू पीपल एंड यू हैव टू लाइक एक्चुअली गो लिस्टिंग वेबसाइट्स पे देखनी होंगी, बिड्स करने होंगे. अपवर्क फाइवर कुछ यूज कर रहे हो तो इट्स अ वेरी टीडियस थिंग. ऑल्दो इट्स अ गुड थिंग, बट आई थिंक लाइक कि टाइम और अच्छे से स्पेंड कर सकते हो खुद को बिल्ड करने पे. इन द फर्स्ट फ्यू इयर्स ऑफ कॉलेज यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट गेटिंग गिग्स. एक बार तुम अच्छे इंजीनियर बन जाओ, you would never have the problem of skill issue होगा ही नहीं फिर. It would always be a, you would be in charge. So ये हो गया. This is basically how you can get the remote opportunities. um, Mostly. If you have any other questions that you want me to expand upon.
Okay. So, the one last question for you, that is how we can find the clients for freelancing. And the first internship, your first internship was you were just freelancing at means whatever you project means आपको जो project मिला आपने उस पे काम किया
हाँ.
तो आपने client कैसे ढूंढा वो that was my last question to
Like my first internship was a freelance agency. I was not talking
you.
to the clients. I had a sort of like a manager or founder basically. It was a small team, 10 people approximately. So I was working on the project. I was not in direct contact with the client. But since you are in good books of the person whom you are working with, they can approach you for बाद में कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रोल हुआ या फिर समथिंग लाइक दैट. दैट इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. लाइक build good connections for that. Clients though you'll have to like brainstorm fully. Like one of the good ways for this is like you can just randomly कोई भी कंपनी उठाओ, just reach out to their find bugs in a company. Basically किसी भी कंपनी के प्रोडक्ट को उठाओ, try to find bugs, try to find उनका इंस्पेक्ट एलिमेंट कर लो, उनका नेटवर्क टैब देख लो, see what they are doing wrong. अगर उनका कोड स्ट्रक्चर अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, उनका यूआई प्रॉब्लम दिख रहा है तुमको कुछ, यू कैन डायरेक्टली अप्रोच देम फॉर अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रोल. ये भी चीज कर सकते हो तुम. इवन यू कैन लुक एट बिजनेसेस. अगर कोई बिजनेसेस हुए गूगल मैप पे, ये तो बहुत सबको ही पता ही होगा ये चीज करना है. पीपल ओपन गूगल मैप्स किसी कंट्री का, they look at all the restaurants, all the small businesses, all the startups. They create a list out of that, reach out to them individually कि hey we provide these services, or आपको like we could we could give you this service or that service, we could build tech for you, we could build tech solutions for you. So that way it is sort of more of an agency thing. मतलब the way I explained it, this is done by mostly freelance agencies. They reach out to companies and these clients. Like नेटवर्किंग से ही होगा ये चीज. यू वोंट बी लाइक, इट वोंट बी लाइक कि तुमको अपवर्क या फिर फ्रीलांसर पे मिल जाएंगे क्लाइंट्स. यू हैव टू लाइक dig deep and observe things for this to happen.
So thank you, Bhaiya, for coming here and sharing your wonderful journey. It is a damn great to have you in my channel because from the first year you flagged SIH and then 6+ internships you had done in your college journey, and now you are at the US based bank. So it is great and wonderful. So thank you, Bhaiya, for coming here.
Thank you, Gagan, for inviting me. That's all I would want to say.